Hey guys, this is part 2, okay? 2. Somebody, family, father, something to do with mother, okay? We've got bullying in groups, someone's got a bike, very dangerous, alright? Unbelievers of God. We've got good cops who are gathering evidence surrounding, it's like finding a needle in a haystack and somebody is being watched 24/7. You expose their plans, it's some sort of shocking news, witness intimidation, alright? They will get put in hospital for this. It's something to do with an insurance scam, which has been orchestrated by someone with the underworld criminal organisation surrounding these snakes who are keep performing satanic rituals, conjuring up snake spirits, python spirits, okay, doing beauty spells. They're having a whale of a time, alright. When they meet up, they're like, I need you to turn your phone off, please, because we don't want this to get out to the general public. We don't want this to get out to the general public. Maybe something to do with gagging order, as it's been not divinely, through some devil worshippers, okay, who want to take control, fabricating some evidence, finding a needle in a haystack, surrounding, they're coming inside of your home. Somebody who wants to just keep coming on in and walking all over you, someone who wants to gain control, okay? That's just a quick recap of what we've got going down. Someone who wants to stay young forever, okay, by harvesting other people's energy. Okay, harvesting. 222. Surrounding some sort of insurance job, so maybe organ. And the other word, what I've just said. Someone who does insurance job, organ harvesting, I'll just say it. Doing beauty spells. Unbelievers of God. Maybe because they chose to serve darkness. They're in lack in their own world. Some of these people, because they have money in the bank from some sort of stolen wealth, alright? But they've got that much money, some of these people. They do that much black magic, they're lacking in their own life, okay? So they want to keep taking and taking and taking and taking and taking this prosperity time and time and time and time again. Have got major spiritual warfare. They could be hiring a private investigator to keep watching, to try and get masculine and feminine locked up or something like that, because we have got trying to set you up for a crime and tampering with evidence, and they want to cover this up. They just want to get their hand in the cookie jar. We've got wanting you dead, trying to block off your intuition, because your intuition can save your life. We've got dream snatcher, dream invader, somebody who's trying to invade your dreams and manipulate your dream state also. Someone who's going to burn in hell, because I can feel it, I can feel the heat, because they love to bring chaos and trauma. They've got something of masculine and feminine, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and they don't want to give it back. They'd rather just bump this masculine and feminine off than give back everything they've stolen, or even bring justice. Again, they don't know what love is. Okay. Gemini, Cancer, Pisces type of energy. Hanged One in reverse. A sacrifice, what went wrong. A sacrifice, what went wrong. So, because of a sacrifice, what went wrong, 3 of Cups in reverse, they started malicious gossip, because they just wanted to be seen as successful. 8 of Swords, they didn't want to go to prison, and they definitely don't want masculine or feminine to manifest anymore because they want some sort of recognition. Someone who wants some sort of public recognition, someone who's very weak-minded, someone with the Six of Swords in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, they wanted to take a gift of someone else's prosperity, alright? Two of Swords in reverse, injustice, so much injustice constantly. They think they can just come on in, them and their pals, alright, they're teaming up with the devil, alright, they're very passionless in their own life. The only thing that they are passionate for is trying to create blockages and deliberately trying to get masculine, feminine, cross and angry because they just keep stalking, spying, okay? Trying to bring an ending because they took some sort of prosperity for themselves. And it's someone who's very obsessed, someone who thinks that you're a walkover, or thinks that they could just walk on in and get one of their friends to gain access inside of her because they're unbelievers of God. You could have already claimed somebody to be dead, and we got stolen will money. Oh my Lord. Inheritance jobs, doing a heart attack ritual, then getting someone to look on in and say, has it happened? We've got a corrupt mother getting involved. We've got a granddad figure, okay, getting involved. Or if you have child or children, their granddad is involved. Something along the line of that. Someone who lives near a beach, doesn't have to be Miami, but some sort of beach. Or beaches in last name. Or using bleach to try and clear things up. Planning funeral before the murder has happened. Insurance jobs, right? Failed sacrifice, what went wrong, alright. They want to know your every move. Video calls. Watching on in. Trying to set you up in a fight to be outnumbered. Some of these people are like 60, 70, 80, and they need to grow up. Yeah, hired a hitman on the dark web. Premeditated robbery. False reader, false prophet. Involved. False reader or a false prophet. Involved. Caught on camera, following you and stalking you. They are using children to attack you, they'll use anybody. These people are getting paid with some sort of stolen prosperity to gang stalk. Do you know, this is what I mean, going back to the other one. Wants to be your handler. I mean, large group of people all conspiring. And if you kick on off at these people, they'll get you sectioned, or, you know, if you stand up for yourself, they'll get masculine or feminine sectioned, or try to. Or if you try and stand up for yourself and fight back, there's getting this masculine feminine locked up and in prison. And it's all been orchestrated because it's all premeditated robbery, premeditated murder, okay? Large group of people doing a satanic ritual, witness intimidation, harmed or threatened, a cousin's involved, alright? The Most High is sending people to help you, always wants what everyone else has. Again, going back to that character assassination, alright? They got some sick fantasies. They're very cold-hearted killers, alright? They're involved in embezzlement, theft of funds, placing one's care, trust or belongings to one's employer. A type of financial fraud where someone takes money or assets that were entrusted to them and uses them for a different purpose than for what intended. Could have been a false power of attorney. You expose their plans again. Silencing witness paid off because they got hush-hush money. Secret recording to harass or stalk. Trying to sex traffic, it's masculine or feminine. paying people to switch up on you because, well, people are easily paid and bought, you know. You sling a ball of crack at some of these people, and do they bend and bow? Yeah, they bend, they bow, alright? Always robbing, always stealing, not giving a fucking damn. Ritual snakes, if evil government officials, these dark practitioners, were just so dark. We've got fraud, mail or wire communication, a scheme to defraud someone, and a material deception. Oh, so much fraudulent activity, getting maybe forced power of attorney, and it's all been orchestrated gang stalking. They're trying to watch, paying for crystal ballings, going to other psychics, alright? Scrying. They want to see if you're crying. Their ship, the Ten of Swords, is about to be sunk. Their ship is going down. Their ship is going down while Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine is taking flight. Could be a writer. Could be writing about what you've been through and how they want to keep you trapped, and they're observing your every move, and everything's been orchestrated. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Yeah. Maybe someone who needs a wooden leg is involved. There's like wood here and there's a boot. Someone who needs a wooden leg or something is involved in wanting to play big man energy and our boss you around, okay? With the Eight of Swords, they're going to be crying in prison. Someone's going to be crying in prison for every evil act they've done because time's running out. They had it all mapped out, okay? They was working together, alright, with their lovers, ex-lovers, God knows how many people, and then acting like big man, big woman. But while they're performing these like rituals, again, I'm getting some sort of cameras in trees, and then with this, they're going down. Because there's like a missing piece to the puzzle. Alright, someone involved in stealing some sort of prosperity, some sort of wealth. Just wanted to prop themselves up at a bar and just be drinking all the time and thinking the bloody big man, and they're going to lose everything. Their boats is going to get sunk. While the one who they've tried to trap is taking flight. They've done some heartbreaking things. They had it all orchestrated, mapped out, planned out. Two of Swords to try and block and keep this a secret. Because they don't want to lack. They wanted this fruitful life for themselves is what I'm getting. So someone's been eating well off the back of stolen wealth. Yeah, look, generational wealth, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, they go to prison. Stalking, because they've done this to somebody who's got a very light heart, whilst they are very heavy-hearted, these clowns, these fools, very money, power, hungry. And they can't even control themselves because they're out partying every night and they can't even stand up properly, and they're always fucking falling over and drunk as a skunk 24/7, some of these people. Drunk as a skunk, cracked up, smacked up, eat up. And this is why they don't want things to speed up for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, because they've been cashing checks in Masculine or Feminine's names, but you could be cracking unsolved crimes, and that's why these people are going down. Yeah, they're under judgment. For once, there's going to be a happy life. So if you've been going through this darkness, this crank who's been propping himself up at a bar, brag could be significant, that's all he wants. He's a big gal, is what I'm getting. He's a big gal. but he wants to act like big man because he's got involved in stealing some sort of money. But piecing it together, solving crime, a lot of people are going down for what they've done because they wanted to come up off the back of somebody else's wealth. By stealing somebody else's wealth, 1515, and just getting keys into some sort of property and then going in, stepping in, okay, and stealing more and coming in and then stealing more and then coming on in and stealing more, then propping themselves up a bar, drinking, partying, eating well. Someone wants to play happy families and make out like they've got a perfect life and they're so passionate about fabricating evidence and they're jealous of this masculine, this feminine strength. Gone to a psychic, an ex, or an ex-lover went to a psychic and maybe the psychic called some sort of judgment on them and said you are going to be facing judgment for everything you've done. So they started shaking hands with more people, alright? And time's running out because they thought they had it all mapped out and there's something, evidence on computer evidence. Oh my lord. Some people have even, with this wealth what they've stolen, they've built business or businesses off of somebody else's wealth, which is weird, isn't it? To have started like, yeah mate, come on, and then they've gone and got a car and they've literally teamed up with the devil to try and take control, and they're deluded. And this is going to be the man in the courtroom pointing all this evidence out on the screen because they thought they had it all mapped out. They really thought they was going to get away with it, but this is this masculine in a courtroom, exhibit A. This is CCTV or footage of this person, okay, and then this is this person out propping themselves up at the bar, trying to act all sexy or big man, alright, eating well and stuff like that off the back of somebody else's generational wealth. And he just wanted, for some strange reason, to be like, look at me, I'm big man, and now look at ya. Could be like big brother, little brother. Or somebody just wants to be like big brother, you know, where they're watching you 24/7. Because somebody doesn't like how prosperous you are surrounding these people, and they just want to be able to look down on you because they've got an inflated ego. Someone whose head's gone. Someone who could have been pulling chairs up and trying like to discuss how, definitely pulling chairs up, definitely wanted to still keep acting like big man, okay? I wanted to be like a boss, a leader with his bossy boots. Someone who wanted to be seen as a boss. Someone who thought that they could boss you around. That take some wealth, come up off the back of someone else's wealth, and then they thought they could boss this person round with stolen money and orchestrate gang stalking with the money what they've stolen. So this masculine, this feminine is going to end up being pushed into the limelight because of all these evil acts and deeds and everything what they've done and the tampering with evidence, because their heart is light as a feather. And they tried to block some sort of justice, some dreams coming true surrounding justice. Getting ancestors rounding these people up, and there's going to get an arse whooping because they tried to take control of masculine or feminine's destiny, thinking that there was some sort of big man, big woman type of energy. Because they wanted their own careers and lives to fly off off the back of someone else as well. Someone's getting their ass kicked. Someone wanted some fame off the back of stealing somebody else's generational wealth and filing all these false reports, and someone's going to get their ass beat because they shook hands with the wrong person. A deal with the devil never lasts is what I'm getting. And they told their plans to the wrong person. Maybe in like a drunken slur. They told their plans to the wrong person on how they got some sort of success. Somebody who just wants to be successful, so they're shaking anyone's hands, they are. So they can get back in and keep stealing some more prosperity. It's really annoying me, this though. And it's all been orchestrated. And it's like a tug of war because they think that they can just rip everything away and keep coming on in and whipping everything off this masculine and feminine. Think that they should control everything. That's the truth, but it's just arrogant. It's egotistical. It's a very deluded team who's got some sort of keys. Could have actually bought a flat at her because they wanted a destiny where they wanted this purpose for themselves. Oh my lord. Somebody is literally, they've got tunnel vision, alright, hacking into account's password. Oh my lord. Jesus Christ. Because they wanted running their own family's destinies for themselves, or they felt entitled to take hold of some wealth, and they've been just pissing shit up the wall. And they really don't care about what they've done because they're so arrogant, you know. Real arrogant. That's one thing I can't stand about people, is level of arrogance. Even if they've got 50 pence in the bank account, yeah, and then they get hold of like some sort of stolen wealth, and oh my god, is their arrogance going to go through the roof? Someone who's just so arrogant. Someone who needs to pray because they're on foreign ground, foreign like territory, stepping in places where they've never been before, and there is a missing piece of the puzzle, and they're going to get locked up for what they've done. For fabricating evidence, because they just wanted to point their finger and offload everything, set someone up for crimes, and they just walk free and get away with all this evil shit. Are you alright? They're suicidal, alright. And they're going to face a judge. The judge is going to look at these people like they're a fool, going to bring an end into this situation and give that prosperity back. And they're going to be traumatised, okay, and getting all these horrible things done to them in prison, and game playing done to them inside of the prison, where because of everything they keep getting and stealing and stealing and stealing and stealing and stealing and doing all these horrible things, when they get locked up in prison, everything they buy, even when they go to the shops with what little money they will have, because everything's coming back, okay, to the one they've stolen from, and then when they are locked up and they're in their prison cell for all these horrible things what they've done, they, like, even when they get noodles or something like that from the shop, because they still got to wait to pay everything back, this is what they're getting, and even when they get noodles from the shop, alright, they're not even going to be able to keep their own noodles because everyone's going to fleece them in prison. 24, and then they're going to be getting mad and angry. They're going to be, yeah, when justice is served, and they're going to be getting mad and angry. They're going to be causing major spiritual warfare, trying to set someone up for crimes they've not committed, you see, and they're going to be getting mad and angry. Good cops will gather in evidence, and then they're going to be getting so mad and angry. Real mad and angry. after they've stolen like someone else's generational wealth, and then when they get locked up, I swear they're gonna boot off over the noodles getting taken. Then they're gonna go to like the police and stuff when they're in prison, and they go, look, he stole my noodles. But then the police are gonna be like, well, you stole somebody else's generational wealth, and you did all these evil acts, these evil things, and you was deliberately trying to do this and that, and you kept going on in, and you kept stealing more, gang stalking, more, going in, more. And they're going to proper boot off some of these super noodles in there. And then they're going to be like on edge, and they're going to be crying their eyeballs out, but yet they didn't feel a thing, have no compassion, not empathy or remorse for what they've been doing for so long, because they're that arrogant, yeah? They didn't care. They actually thought there was getting away with it. We've got white collar crime, security fraud, alright, so this is like account hacking and stuff like that, and cyber crimes, so cyber bullying in groups, okay, constantly, account to account to account to account, different account popping up, different account, proper sending people, outnumbering this one person, attacks from all angles, alright, because they've got in on stealing some sort of wealth, and they paid for this, and have orchestrated all this gang stalking and oh god, money laundering, embezzlement, just a lot, filing false reports, thinking it's funny, wanted to be a handler of like one of their own family members because they've got some right sick fantasies. And they've been even using school kids to work for them, or masking off Feminine's own kids, trying to give them some hush-hush money. But then they were so arrogant, they thought, nah, I'm not going to give you nothing, because I'm greedy and I'm arrogant, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep robbing off you, and I'm going to keep robbing, and I think I can get away with anything, because I swear, 27, can't wait. I cannot wait till they're locked up. Honestly. Because they're going to boot off. Acting big man of stolen money, alright? Doing these major crimes over and 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 over. Outnumbering, trying to outpower somebody, stalking, alright? Judge is going to send them down, alright? These absolute clowns. Get this prosperity back, alright? They're going to be in a state of lack, alright? Because they're going to be surrounded by evil ones and devils and demons in meat suits. And they're not going to like it. By masking off feminines just outside, shining, helping people, you know, put the pieces of their life back together. Could be some sort of a trauma therapist. And then, I need some sort of trauma therapist. But they're going to be so pissed off when they are locked up for a very, very, very long time. 28, for all these major crimes. They're going to be getting really mad and going to the police officers and then saying, look, someone's just robbed my noodles from me. And they're going to expect, you know, a policeman to start acting all big for him and going on in and go, give him noodles back. When he's robbed, they've robbed what seems to be multi-millions of pounds and all that, and they're shifting it from somebody to identity theft and all this stuff and doing all these evil acts, but then they're locked up and they're surrounded by all these other devils in their meat suits, alright, and they're going to get the noodles robbed and they're going to boot off. Have a boot off, 29, proper boot off. Boot, oh. And if there's something like where they've done some sort of like RAPE and stuff like that, yeah, then they're going to get it in prison. Because all eyeballs are going to be on them. because I was looking at this masculine feminine like, oh, they're easy target. I think I could just walk all over and trample on them, and I'm going to recruit people, and then there's going to be eyeballs all looking at them. And then there's going to be people inside the prison just staring them out, but they're not being paid for it. They just do it on their own free will. Because these absolute donuts thought it was hard. And they was buzzing about what they was doing, alright, because they got themselves a new car and everything, but they won't be buzzing when they're locked up in prison, raiding family members. Hoo hoo hoo. Because they have done some proper sick things, I swear to God. Inflated ego, the lot, like attempted murder and trying to watch somebody. Rent administration office, someone who starts fiddling rent and all. You know, where they're like, oh, it's alright, we've done all these horrible things, and we'll just say, right, now you owe us all this rent, and we've just accumulated out of nowhere. From all angles. But justice is going to get served, and when they get locked up, I swear, they're going to kick off, even off like a muffin. Even over a muffin. And then people are going to deliberately rile these people up, getting locked up on purpose, and they're going to keep getting stolen from, because all they're doing is robbing other people's, well, especially this person who's in the middle, this person's generational wealth. And then they keep going on in, stealing more, going on in, stealing more, sending one of the pals, go on in, steal more, get someone in there and steal more. With no compassion, no empathy, no remorse. Nothing but malicious bad intentions, turning very, very evil, because the more they was doing it, the more they thought they was getting away with it, and they just think they're untouchables. They really do. But they're going to go sick over when they get a muffin stolen and everything. Anyway, sending peace, love and light, and justice will be served, because there is good law officials on this.